In this video, you will learn how to set up a student account on a Google Nexus Android tablet. The reason for doing this is that this allows the teacher to separate her account from her students and can restrict or control or manage what the students do when they are using a tablet. So to do this, you must be logged in as the owner. Your teacher account probably is the owner, but as we go through this, we'll show you how to tell if you're not. And if you are not the owner, then you can contact your ITC for assistance. Let's go set up our student account. First of all, you want to bring down this menu in the upper right corner, and you're going to swipe it down twice so that you can see this little cogwheel or gear. This will take you to the settings. So tap the gear. And now you will see things in your settings. We want to go to Users. And here you can see that your account is the owner. If you do not get this, then you need to speak to your ITC. But we want to set up a new profile, and it says Restricted Profile. This is what we use when we set up an account for our students. To do this, you're going to tap this little gear next to the new profile. And now here, this is a list of every app that you have installed on your tablet. You get to determine which apps your students can use. You're going to want to make sure that you have Chrome turned on. See, gray means off. Green, if you tap it, means on. You need to turn on Chrome because some of the apps your students are going to use may need to access the internet. And that's absolutely vital. You have to do that. Beyond that, it's up to you. What do you want your students to work on today? All right, let's say that you want them to do, well, in this case, a jigsaw puzzle or Kahoot. You tap to turn it on, and you can tap and turn on as many as you want. You can come back anytime you want and turn them off again. So you can adjust this anytime you want to. Once I've got all of the things turned on that I want my student to get to, I'm going to tap this little back arrow to go back to my app and contents. All right. Now here where it says the new profile, we can actually name that student. If we come in here, all right, that's incorrect. We'll rename it later. It'll come up again. When I hold it down or tap it, it switches me to the new profile, the student profile. Notice that the background looks different from what it did as a teacher. This is one quick and easy way to visually tell if your student is on the correct login or not. The backgrounds will be different. Let me get in here before this happens. Now, notice here that as a student, I see Kahoot. This is because I had previously put Kahoot in there, but notice you don't see the jigsaw puzzle because I haven't put it on the screen yet. After you choose all of the apps that you want your students to have, you need to come into this app circle here. And any app that you turned on will now appear here. Notice there's the jigsaw puzzle app. Now in order for my students to get it and use it, I have to put it on the desktop. So what you do is you hold the app down. Notice how the screen changes. And then I want to just drop it right there. And now when the student logs in, they will see both of these apps. Now if you want to take one off, say I want my students to do the jigsaw puzzle, but I don't want them to be doing Kahoot right now, you hold the icon down, and when you see remove appear at the top, or depending upon your version, it might be at the side, you just let go and throw it away. Now you haven't thrown the app away. All you've done is taken it off of the screen where your students can see it. It's still down here in the app circle. I know that's a little hard to read, but trust me, there's the Kahoot. There, you can see it now. You can see that it's still there. It's just not out there for the students to see. This little circle here at the bottom takes you back to the home screen. And that is how you set up a student profile. Now to switch between users, between being you or being the student, If you press your power button quickly and your tablet goes to sleep, when you press it again and comes back on, you can touch that little circle and now all of your users show up here. If I want to be me, I go back to my name. Now, students can't get into your account because you must have some sort of screen lock. Your tablet at school has been set with the code that matches your school, and you can get that code from your ITC. Without that code, nobody can get in. This is a temporary code that I use. Okay, so it brought me back to the last place that I was here. But now I am back as a teacher. If I want to hand this over to the students to use, I can either turn it off like I just did, or you can swipe down and you see there's your little circle that shows your profile picture. If you tap it and tap it again, all of the profiles will show up here. You choose the one you want to be. New profile is our student profile, and they do not have any kind of password or screen lock. A student profile is very simple. No passwords to remember, but they can't get to anything unless you let them. You're going to want to take this Play Store off, by the way. You don't want your students going into the Play Store. However, do know this, that if the student went to the Play Store, it would stop them. It will not allow students to go. A restricted user profile cannot go to the Play Store. So, there are the basics of how you set up a student account. I hope you find this helpful.